Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Yesterday afternoon, the Senate Judiciary Committee decided not to hear the Funeral Civility Act. House Bill 3241 passed through this chamber 55-3 after 2.5 months of debate, amendments, and bipartisan support. My intent in this remonstrance is not to cry over spilled milk, but to offer an explanation and a roadmap from where we're going to go from here. The bill did not die for a lack of support, and it did not die because it was poorly written. It died out of fear. It died out of fear of a lawsuit. The Senate committee wants more time to work with the concept and try to avoid exposing Oregon to the legal fees involved in a constitutional question. I respectfully disagree with their decision. Every day I look up at the mural of mountain man Joe Meek drawing a line in the dirt. Every day I overhear tour guides describing to school children the story of how Meek stood and challenged farmers and trappers and explorers to reject British rule and to become a part of the United States. Joe Meek was not afraid of a fight, and neither should we. There's no silver bullet language we could include in this that would avoid a challenge by the ACLU. Their job is to protect the extreme positions of free speech, so we never have to live in fear that an oppressive government will censor us. This bill doesn't do that. It provides grieving families, it protects grieving families by making the preservation of the solemnity of a funeral a matter of statewide concern. In fact, Jim Huffman, a professor of constitutional law at Lewis and Clark College, sent me an email supporting the bill's language, stating, "Folks in the legislature should bear in mind that the ACLU and other First Amendment advocates will consistently oppose any exceptions to a totally unrestricted right of expression. They know that exceptions exist, but in the interest of keeping those exceptions to a minimum, they will always take the most extreme position. If the bill becomes law, you can count on lawsuits to follow. But if avoiding lawsuits under the First Amendment is an objective of some in the legislature, no well-intended regulation like this will ever pass." Well, colleagues, we intend to pass it. We intend to pass it because Oregonians are not afraid of this fight. The House of Representatives drew a line in the dirt over this issue, and an overwhelming majority of us stood together to protect grieving families. We'll work in the interim to find a way to make this work for the Senate. I want to say thank you for standing together in this chamber on this issue, and I'm proud to serve with anyone who's willing to have this fight on behalf of all Oregonians. Thank you for your attention.